everyone. The topic that we are going to discuss is team performance components and the management, all about the team management and the various performance components that are therein. So, let's understand what is meant by effectiveness of team. Remember, team effectiveness refers to a system of getting people in a company or institution to work together. But that's what we are looking into it. Remember, effectiveness of team is basically a system of getting people working for a company in unison to have a greater impact. That is what we are looking at. Effectiveness, characteristics of team effectiveness. It's the effective team operates in an environment which are of two-way trust. That two-way is this way, one going inside, the other going as a feedback, or the vice versa. In an environment of honest and open communication, most importantly, we are talking about transparency, a communication where everybody can read each other's mind, processes, and output that is thereby locked in. So this is what is meant by characteristics of F50. Remember the three things which is very vital for high performance organization. What are they? It's the output, the collective work output, the individual growth, and the result thereof. Please understand, these are the things that is of vital importance. Again, I repeat, as a team, what is the collective output? As an individual, what do you see as an advancement in terms of career and personal goals? Last but not the least is your performance, which speaks for the organization thereby. So, what are we looking into it? We are looking into three C's. Before that, it is all about skills and accountability or responsibility. Did I say three C's? Yes, three C's stands for commitment, conviction, and courage. We are looking for commitment towards a specific goal, a common approach, a meaningful purpose. This translates into a team effort or team output, and definitely your individual growth is also been there. As far as accountability is concerned, it is you are answerable to yourself, your family, your personal well-being, your professional well-being. As in professional well-being, it is the organization overall growth that we are looking at. It might be mutual, it can be small number. We are talking about responsibility. Remember, this is what we are looking as far as accountability is concerned. And for skills, we are coming up with out of box solutions to the problem which are unique to the organization, the problem which might not have any precedences, the technical know-how and the interpersonal skills. Again, it's a combination of collective team efforts and the organization performance result. Remember, the basics of teams things are only about having a commitment towards your goal, having a conviction in your abilities, having the courage to take calculated risk, and I'm sure the team model is function very modestly and in a very rewarding fashion. Remember, what does teamwork represent? It means we got to listen to what the problem has been arising, listen to the telltale signs and responding accordingly, giving others the benefit of doubt, providing support, recognizing the support and achievement thereby. That is what we are looking. Yes, very true. Teamwork represent values, give other benefits of doubt, provide support, recognize the interest of others. Remember about the losing team. What are the characteristics? They are basically vociferous individual comprising of people who are dominating, who are basically subduing the voices of the lesser known team members, or should I say the less vociferous team members. Compromise between two competing business strategy is what we are looking into it. Engaging in groupthink, this is what we are going about it. We are not coming with a solution, we are going with a majority. Not all team members contribute, so it is basically few people, let's say one or two or three, a couple of people, but not the whole of the team. It is less than 10% people representing as as the decision makers out there. Basically, we are compromising on other business strategies. It's engage in more of a group think and isolate in an isolated fashion. And most importantly, did I say it's been dominated by less than 10% of the total strength of the team? That means 90% are just passive team member. As a result, this is all the necessary ingredients for making a losing team objectives. Well, we understand what is winning team spirit. Our team spirit where the members have trust for each other, have a clear stated time frame, and agreed upon goals, agreed upon objective, which is distilled cleared in black and white. Everybody knows, understand what is the significance of the objectives that goes around it, and accordingly, what do you do as a team member? You take decisions. Remember on what? On the agreed goals upon. Then probably after you have taken decision, you also assign responsibilities among the team members so that everybody has got equal chances to contribute. And in case some of the team members are not evenly able, you are asking them to chip forward. You are also taking their performance in your stride. Remember, participation of the all team members are of vital paramount importance. Challenge and play the devil's advocate, what we are looking into it. Let us understand the potential for process gain. As a whole, team member has more knowledge than any single individual. As a diversity of knowledge, views, experience can lead to less errors, to uh, uh, less impediments, and that is what we are looking into it. For process gain, it is task conflict process on an issue not being personalized can increase individual motivations and engagement. Definitely, yes, that is what the process gain is all about. We move to the next orientation about the potential losses. What are we looking into it? It is the potential disadvantage of using the team individual being much better at adapting rather than having a congruence of opinion from all the team members. Had it been an individual team fellow, probably they would have been faster rate of reactions. Development and maintenance costs are also very high when it comes to team management, vis-a-vis when you are looking to manage individual employees. Remember, potential for this destructive conflict is also very high, right? Why so? Because within an individuals, within a group of people, too much of contempt, it will breed contempt altogether because of enhanced familiarity, because of the fact that we know the function, the style, or the precedence to any of the events. So what do we look into it? Most often than not, the losing process don't utilize the team availability. That is what we are talking about, the team effectiveness. We have to have an evaluation of apprehension, the time constraint, the pressure to confirm. Now, what is pressure to confirm is basically the if the team has been dominated by few individuals and the rest of the people are just there to be a passive team member altogether. They are doing nothing but confirming to the situation or the decision that they might be passionate about or might not be. In most of the cases, since they do not participate in decision making abilities, probably they are not very interested in the implementation also. This is where we are talking about the team effectiveness. Now this is why we say about social loafing. Social loafing occurs when people exert less effort and invest more time in gossiping, invest more time in spreading rumors, or if there is a vibrant grapevine in the organization, you know what is to be done. It is all detrimental activities that happens because of an enhanced social loafing. As a management of a team or a organization, you need to reduce social loafing. How do we go about it? First and foremost thing is to reduce this group size, increase accountability, increase person's fixation of any responsibilities or tasks thereof. This is what will make them adhere to the group norms. Set clear and but difficult goals altogether. The goal should not be as difficult that it cannot be overcome at all. Set something which is challenging enough. increase involvement and engagement, and if possible, your identification with the group. Go for recognition, go for team spirit, go for competitive environment that done around here. Team effectiveness is proven and practical diagnostic tools for assessing effectiveness of team, improving the work group. Team effectiveness gives a very precise and indefinite consensus at what team members see going through and what needs. Remember, with team effectiveness, it helps member to be very quickly pinpoint the gap as to what my actuals and what my standards were. So, team effectiveness, all members participate in team improvement through sharing of the views. This is where a vibrant communication happens. Unlike the other diagnostic tool, team effectiveness is much more emphatic if there are odd numbers of members. Remember why odd numbers? Because in case of the or confusion or conflict or negotiation, there will always be a clear majority. Had been the even number of members, it might be split between two groups, and there might be an impasse for the inactions or the execution of the work that did. The aspects of excellent team is all about two things. One is balance, the other one is coverage. Whenever a team is out of balance, it becomes vulnerable. It is susceptible to damages. It is susceptible to the performance impairment and defects. Thereby, a great team needs to cover all its bases with strong, identifiable individual who have the know of the things in their trade, in their vertical, in their area. So, what do we look into it? How do we go for managing team performances altogether? First and foremost is to set the goals. This is very true, very relevant altogether. The objective has to be clear, it should be specific, it should be measurable, it should be attainable, it should be realistic, it should be time oriented. If not, if there are all about being all of adjectives been given around to you, set a time numbers. And if you want to see whatever have goals have set, I have set all the goals in numerical things, in numerical expression, as in what we need to understand. Every team should have a definitive objective, those with some guidelines for setting up the team goals. Thereby, the three laws of team. Now look at it, the three laws. It goes from bottom to up. That is what we are going around it. First and foremost is your team goal. See the bigger goal of the organization, which percolates to the departmental goal or the member goal or the team goal, which results in your individual goal. So it's the bottom up approach of a performing team. On the other hand, it can be the inverted team also, which can be interchanged. So rule number one is your organizational goal, which can be bifurcated as a functional goal, departmental goal, strategic business unit goal, your team goal. And overall team goal would comprises of your individual accomplishment or your individual goal. Remember, every member in the team is getting associated in the team so that it fulfills some of the requirement of his or her dreams and goals thereby. Now, setting of the team goals, how do you go around it? First and foremost thing should be it should evoke a sense of mission or purpose for all members to come together to form a team. Goals should be measurable. For example, instead of saying what we want to increase sales this month, a specific goal should be set. A measurable goals might be this, is that look at what I have said about this month, so I'm giving a time element to it. In case I say a specific goals, it might be, let's say, a few $1 million of sales that I want to look into it. This is what we are looking into out here. If not, say I will say about 15% more than my previous month sale. Now goals have to have a date. What I've been trying to tell it to you is any goals which doesn't have a number is not a smart goals at all. The goal, I keep on saying, can we fixate it, can we express it in terms of numbers? So 15% enhanced sales, then my previous one needs to complete so many tons of production within few days. Remember, the number is so many tons, maybe 1,000 tons, maybe 100 tons, maybe 1 ton. I do not know the scale of operation. Remember, wherever there's a numerical expression, you are setting a smart goals. It should be realistic, it should be attainable, and that is what we are. So by when is the time basis which we can be plotted on an x-axis, and then there is something called on a y-axis, that is what is to be object. Remember, this is the desired thing, this is the desired quadrant that we are looking into it, whereas this is the quadrant that we need to improve altogether. This is what we are actually going around actually very obsessed or very bad thing. So basically, what are the best thing? Have a wonderful coordination, task completion date, explicit assumption as to who is doing what kind of duty. Teamwork happens when little or no intervention takes place from the management. Whereas the direct opposite is all about the negativity, apathy among the team member, distrust among the management and each of the members, irrelevant competition for the resources. That is what we are looking. Whereas these are the two things which are a bit neutral. By when, yes, probably, and by what. So we may have missed deadlines, we may have wasted time, irrelevant pieces of work, below quality completion, frustration due to the repeated work, and so on and so forth. Similarly, out here is all about frustration due to the person operating from their own agenda. Management consistently changing, insufficient resources that has been building upon it. These are the goals by what or by when established. Remember, GVB is goals, what is to be achieved. V, why is it so important? Behavior above the line or below the line, ATL and BTL activities that you want to go around it. Do you want to go a macro based advertising, a macro based marketing activities, or do you want to go below the line, or should I say micro based marketing activities, so as to enhance your achievement of your goals? Let's say for example, for below the line, people might be, the audience might be wondering what is above the line. Above the line is we have a brand ambassador and we are daily advertising and hammering it into the psyche of the consumer about the veracity of the quality of our product. Since that's a mass scale advertisement, huge tons of money would be required around it. Or should I say below the line, wherein I don't do any marketing activities, but everywhere wherever my product is, I will give an extra enhanced commission or brokerage to the retailer to make a sale on my behalf. So basically, there are nothing the retailer itself, if similar products have been asked, the retailer to earn an extra income would like to push my products altogether. At the end of this discussion, above the line or below the line, my objective was to make extra sales, make achievement of a higher target growth of as far as sales are concerned. So that is what behavior is all about. It values is why is it so important to your team. Remember, this is what we are looking into it. It is there because we want to make a presence felt. It is there because we want to add to our incentive. What is the goals are stated with the enhanced sales number that we want to achieve altogether. To understand as well what is my ability on the y-axis and the vision on the x-axis. Typically, a business analyst and a consultant role is all about vision based. But whenever it is the ability as in certain technical know-how, I have given you an IT profile, information technology profile, who knows coding by the way, or let's say a person who is a carpenter by nature, right? It's fundamentally a carpenting work that he or she does it, excellent in making furnitures and interior decoration. Those are the ability to execute. Whereas there is some people called managers who have a balance of knowledge as far as giving the costing of a carpenting, or given an iota of time of what programming coding is all about it, how much time will it require, at the same time has understanding or feeling about the clients, how deep the client's pocket is all about it. So the managers would have an all-round click view consultant altogether. They will try to balance the typical functional profile with a typical vision profile, and that is what we are looking So create a plan. A team plan is just nothing but a written blueprint of team successes. Spell out your team mission, outline the goals of your team, fulfill the team mission by reaching its goals. It states the responsibility of each person on the team, what they do, how they do. It should outline what each person does and how or he or she is accountable altogether. This is what we are striving for. This is what we are looking for. It is a blueprint of success for the team management is concerned. Conducting regular progress review. These are nothing but simple meeting as to find out if the project, if the work is going as per the timeline and as per the plan. They just come here to discuss the result and try to iron out issues if any. Items to be covered in team progress review is to ensure that everybody is accomplishing the mission, reviewing the team goals and making necessary adjustment. This is the great time for the team goals in front. Set a date for a NPR, next progress review, as in which all day. Usually it can be done every fortnight. Certain companies would always ensure that every Monday they might have it slotted a day, or every Friday they would like to slot it a day, and where there's this team review meeting has been done, and they will figure out what are the vendors required, what are the supplies that is going missing, is there any anomaly within the organization, are there any major occasion or any incident that has happened which can be in this kind of meeting. Items to be covered, what do we do it, we plan and determine if any updates are being required, if any changes are being required, as I've already stated, which vendor is going to come, which supplies are going to be made, how the inventory has to be done, is what is the direction of the cash flow that we have it is the working that we need to go around it. Clarify responsibility to each team member so that they can take the action to the next level. Remember, effectiveness model can continue to improve effectiveness, and this is all about being incremental improvement, right? Absolutely incremental improvement, and things are going absolutely. This is improving, but slowly and steadily by improving the functions of five areas. What are those five areas? They are goals and roles, procedure, relationship, and leadership. I repeat: goals, roles, procedures, relationship, leadership. So, five key areas for team improvement are: goal, what team aspires to achieve, what are the role that each members are going to play in this achievement of these goals, procedures, the method, the process the team is going to conduct itself so that they achieve that goals, relationship, what is the cooperation going around among the team members within each other, leadership is how the leader supports the team in achieving the result, perfect result that we are looking at. With this, I come to an end of this presentation. Thank you for watching this video.